How you doing? My name is Kevin, and I see you have the Mitsubishi's Outlander Sport. This is a 2000 model here, and it has the 2.0 engine. We're going to be changing the spark plugs in it, and we're going to bring you guys along and show you how to do it. Let's get started. Okay, as you can see on the top of your engine, you have a plate here on the back. You're going to go ahead and take a 10mm wrench and go ahead and take these 3 bolts out. There's one here, and one over here. Go ahead and remove them bolts. So now go ahead and remove your cover. Don't lose your bolts. Now you got all of your coil packs are exposed right here. You have 4 of them, 1 for each plug. There's a 10mm wrench on here. We're going to go ahead and remove 1 bolt at a time, and then we're going to change the spark plug. What we'll do is we'll pull this out, remove your bolt, and underneath it here is going to be, this is your spark plug wire. So we're just going to push down on the back of this and pull this wire off, like so. Then we're going to pull, this is our coil pack for this plug. We're going to put it off to the side, and we're going to pull the plug out of there. All right, we went and got the spark plugs for this, and they are laser Iridium NGK plug. And I'm a little bit old school, and it's been a long time since I put spark plugs in. And I remember paying about, I don't know, $6, $8 for a spark plug, maybe a little less than that. $115 for 4 of them. So I was a little bit price shocked. It scared the out of me, actually. I couldn't believe I was going to pay $115 for 4 plugs. But that's the cost of them. So they're supposed to be a really good plug. This motor does have quite a few miles on it. It was supposed to have had the spark plugs changed about 70,000 miles. And now it has a little over 100,000 miles on it. Maybe 110 or 15. I'm not sure, but it does have a lot of miles on it. And I'll tell you what happened was my wife Julie got in the car and she went to start the car. And it would turn over and it sounded like it wanted to start, but it wouldn't start. And I'm not even sure if this is our problem, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to, just a process of elimination. I'm not sure if it is my problem, but it needed them changed anyhow. So after we get done with this, if it doesn't start, I think we're going to go to a fuel filter. But I smelled gas, so I'm thinking maybe it wasn't sparking. Not like the old school spark plugs, where you can pull the cap off and see if it's sparking. Not that easy with this thing. So it's going to take a 5/8 spark plug socket for these, and make sure that your spark plug has the rubber piece down inside here, because if it does not have that rubber, it's probably not going to pull the plug out of that hole. You're going to have to get a magnet or something in there to pull it out. But we do have I think the right socket. So we're going to go ahead and get these broke loose and taken out. All right, we're going to go ahead and give this a shot, and hopefully we can get these out. You need a pretty long extension in this to be able to get down in there. So we're going to give these a try, and hopefully they break loose and we don't break any spark plugs. Sounds a little crunchy down in there. All right, our spark plug is still attached. Don't look awful. The gap looks pretty big, but we're going to put the new one in. Now, I'll be honest with you, I have really never put plugs in that I didn't gap myself. And they tell me these are already pre-gapped. So I guess we're not going to gap them. We're going to leave them alone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the spark plug up in here. I'm going to try not to touch the bottom of that spark plug. And then we're going to go ahead and slide it down in here. Normally, I would be putting a little bit of anti-seize on them. But that's what we're going to do. Just like that right there. We're going to screw it in with our fingers as far as we possibly can, because we do not want to cross thread anything down in there. Okay, that's about as tight as I can get it with my hands. We'll go ahead and use the ratchet, and we're not going to strip them. We're just going to tighten them up. We're going to give them a good tug, and I'm sure that there is a torque for these. Uh-oh. So now our socket doesn't want to come off. Come on, socket. All right, this might be a pain in the butt. Now that the socket won't come out of there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little piece of tape on here. This little piece there. I'm going to stick it down in there and see if that tightens it up enough. To get it out of there. I think that worked. Now that that spark plug's in there, we're going to go ahead and put our coil pack back down on top of there. And we're going to plug it in. We're going to plug this plug in. And all you have to do is push it up on there and it'll snap. Listen. You heard it snap. And we're going to put our bolt back in here. And that is one spark plug done. All we have to do is tighten this bolt up and then move on to the next. Try not to over tighten your bolts. Just tighten them up. You know what I'm saying? Just don't try to strip them. They don't need to be that tight. So we'll move on to the next one. We're going to do the same thing all the way across these guys. Now that plug right there is wet. So I know that that plug there was not firing. Look at the stuff on there. I always put my spark plugs back in by hand first to make sure that I don't cross thread them. And I always tighten them as tight as I get them with my hands. So we got plenty of thread started. Not over tight, just tight enough. Hopefully our tape will work. Oh yeah, baby. Slide it down on our top of our plug. Snap our wire back in. Put our bolt in. Alright, now that you have your spark plugs all in and all your coil packs back on, go ahead and put your cover on there, and that was easy. Okay, I don't think you need a mechanic to change them spark plugs. It was pretty simple. And our car does start up now, so I think we may have it fixed. But we're also going to change the fuel filter, and we'll probably do a video on that also. You know, I just like to help people out to show you how to do this kind of stuff, so you can do it by yourself and not hire somebody and save your money. So, yeah, pretty simple. I'd like to tell everyone thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Till next time.